Well, that's right, Vanya. And for many of our viewers, the equity audit will sound familiar. This is a long-awaited study dating all the way back to 2020, a lawsuit. We'll explain a little bit more, but people wanted to hold off on those closures from last year in the district to wait for this specific audit that was released tonight. So quite a big deal for many in the community. A lot of people still weren't happy with it. Take a listen.
EPISD is in the process of developing an equity diversified funding model that is meant to allocate resources based on specific student needs. The documents often spoke to the need to make sure that there's an alignment between resources and community priorities.
Kasia Raznyska with Mid-Atlantic Equity Consortium, or MAEC, laying out observations, recommendations, and ongoing changes coming from the equity audit, which includes a new funding model meant to meet all student needs. The audit began in early 2024, and it stems from a 2020 lawsuit alleging discrimination against poor and Hispanic neighborhoods. The presentation tonight featured discussions on issues like data collection and how the district can better receive feedback from the community. It also included dual language programs, details on the thousands of community inputs it received in the study, and how hiring practices can make marginalized communities see better representation in leadership. The audit touched on 6 focus areas as it gathered feedback on all walks of school life and experiences. We even heard an anonymous student in South Central who highlighted many of the complaints we've heard from parents.
Those classes were filled with students from Franklin, Coronado, and other schools that already have those programs. I wish my school had the resources, the programs, the buildings that would help me succeed, just like other schools in the district.
So Harry's actually joining us live. Can you talk to us about what the district is going to do now that they have this information?
Well, that remains to be seen. It's really up to the board on how they want to take a lot of these recommendations and findings from the auditors. I will say a lot of the parents that were protesting today and raised concerns about the audit told me they have a great working relationship with new board president Hanani. They're confident that the board members will absorb and give feedback to the administrators who have to act on all this. So to answer your question, it remains to be seen. It really comes down to whether or not some of the more concrete recommendations are followed by administration staff.
Thank you, Harris.